What's going on, guys? Asian Guy here, bringing you another episode of Genshin Monday, and this time around we are going to be playing with Childe, aka Tartaglia, because it is Tartaglia season just around the corner. I believe tomorrow is when the banner is actually going to go live. So yes, tomorrow or the day after tomorrow is when most people will have it, depending on what region you're in, as we got Tartaglia pushing away his scarf and trying to look all edgy on the screen right now. If you're also wondering why my forehead is like, you know, forehead ASMR is exposed, I just came out of the shower. But Tartaglia is one of my favorite characters to play with, although I do think he has been a little bit power creeped in terms of DPS, maybe not DPH, but in terms of DPS, maybe slightly, but he still has the coolest attack animation, although he is trying to be edgy right now. But if I do this, this is the most beautiful thing in the game, alright? Even more than Zhongli. Well, actually, okay, aesthetically speaking, as a character, Zhongli for me is the most beautiful character in all of fiction, but in terms of attack animation, Childe there has the most beautiful one there. Now, before we get into the video with Genshin Monday, first of all, let me just quickly flex the Dylanosity ex-president of the United States with the Hu Tao name card. So no more Hu Tao for a while now, but I wanted to talk about the banners that are incoming, because I have received a lot of questions. If you are an F2P player and you have to ask yourself, do I want to pull for Childe? The answer is probably no. If you have to ask, guys, then the answer is more than likely going to be no, because what that means is that character is not so broken. It's like they're not broken to the point where it's a no-brainer. You're still having to ask yourself, do I have to pull for this character? Do I want to pull this character? Then the question and the answer is most likely no. It's not even worth your hassle. It's not even worth your time. But for me, fun, F-U-N, is the most important thing in the game. If you enjoy the character, if you enjoy their playstyle, you like their aesthetics, you like the character for their lore or their personality, then you gotta go pull for them. The big problem here, though, is as you can see, we're having a lot of rerun characters. So next is either gonna be Zhongli, it's either gonna be Klee. If you're looking forward to those characters as well, then you're gonna have to ask yourself, which one do you really want to have? And in the long term, it's definitely gonna be Zhongli. Zhongli is the character, is probably the only character in the game right now that cannot be power crept, in the sense that the only way to power creep him, because he's a support character, is literally to have a character with a stronger shield, with higher numbers, with more damage bonus, etc, etc. So the only way to power creep him is basically make him redundant in the game, which is not going to happen, and it's not that replaceable. What he does is not that replaceable, whereas a DPS character, other than the elements, the role is exactly the same thing. They fulfill the same role. It's basically for damage, and it doesn't really matter in this game at the moment what elements you're using, unless you're finding slimes, right? Unless you're finding anyone that's elementally imbued, it doesn't really make a damage as long as you have the numbers there. Anyone, any DPS can really do that role. But having said that, are you going to have another character other than Aether? If you haven't picked Aether, that's exposing their midriff like that, that's as tall and handsome as Childe? Probably not. But this banner has Rosaria on it, it's got Fischl on it, and it's got Barbara on it. Rosaria is obviously going to be something a lot of people want, but Fischl with Childe, which is what I'm going to showcase today, at Constellation 6 anyway for Fischl, not for Childe, it's a very, very deadly combo. It's a very, very powerful combo. ELECTRO-CHARGED is a very cool elemental reaction that I personally like. A lot of people like Vaporize, a lot of people like Melt and Vaporize, the big damage PP numbers, but for me, I like the DPS numbers where it's more damage per second over a long period of time. Now obviously the downside of that is Childe, unless you have Constellation 6, does not last very long in bed, or rather in game, so his elemental skill disappears very fast. Now very quickly I want to touch on the weapons banner. This weapons banner is actually quite good. Both of these weapons are crit rate weapons. They're both really, really, really good. Even to this day, Skyward Harp, I would say, is arguably the best weapon in the game, alongside the Staff of Homer. These two weapons are crit-based weapons, and crit-based weapons are typically better than the counterparts, like, for example, Wolf's Grave. So it's just purely attack, and it makes it way harder to build your characters because they're going to have way too much attack and not enough crit rate or crit damage. And both of these weapons do compensate for the lack of crit rate, and Skyward Harp especially has crit rate and crit damage in its kit with bonus damage, and on top of that has the highest base attack in the game. So it's a really, really busted weapon, and it can pretty much go on any character you want to increase the damage for. The new weapon here, the Alley Hunter, is really, really good for Fischl, and then of course you have got the Favonius Lance, which is a very good weapon for a lot of polearm users. The other three weapons are okay, they're all support weapons as well, but I gotta say I was very tempted when I saw this banner, but you know, I have to be sensible. I have to resist. And Constellation 6 Child is something I also wanted as well. But again, I have to resist because ultimately speaking, other than his C6, the rest of his constellations are like a spit in the face. Like, if I go for Constellation 6, this 20% decrease in his cooldown is completely redundant. It's completely and utterly redundant because this completely resets his cooldown anyway. So this is a completely pointless constellation. It's like they intentionally, you know what we can do? Let's design this character's elemental skill cooldown to be absolutely hot garbage, and then make them pay like another $200 at a chance to get 20% cooldown reduction. Ugh. You know, it's like a spit in the face. It's just, annoying. This one is... This is okay. It's not that useful because normally if you have even a tiny bit of energy recharge, or if you are killing a lot of enemies in the first place, when enemies die, they drop elemental particles, and you will probably get your ultimate back very quickly, regardless of if you have this or not. I have no problems recharging my child's ultimate without this constellation, so that's whatever. Obviously, this one's nice. 3 levels is nice. 3 levels for the ultimate and the elemental skill are both really nice. This one is okay. It makes it a little bit harder to do vaporize reactions, but I do think this is still really nice, especially if you're playing like Electro-Charged. It's very, very good. And of course, Constellation 6 is a hard reset on the elemental skill after you use your melee form ultimate, which is really good. But if you had to ask me, guys, do not go for Constellation 1 Child. It is one of the biggest ripoffs in the entire game. Constellation 1, Constellation 2 are complete and utter ripoffs on Tartaglia, so please do not scam yourself into getting them, because you will just play yourself and you will probably regret it very, very much. So please don't do that. Let's do the Electro Charge. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Very nice. We'll put this down. And we'll do this. Boom. Oh, no crit. That's unfortunate. Let's just finish you off very quickly here. And I will save the Child E for the final phase. Nice. Okay, Zhongli and Child, absolutely beautiful combo. Child is actually a character that you can run a few sets on. You can run Belied on him, you can run 2-piece Gladiator, 2-piece Hydro, and of course the full Hydro set. And I believe the set is actually called, I can't remember. What I currently have on Child at the moment is Heart of Depth. I have 4-piece Heart of Depth, Hydro Cup, attack percent timepiece, and also actually attack percent hat with crit rate and crit damage. And the reason I have that is because I want this green number here to be more than 120% of this white number here, while maintaining a decent crit rate and crit damage. This can be definitely better. I'd like to get this up to 70% crit rate minimum and crit damage to around 140% as well. I've got the Skyward Harp as my weapon of choice as well, but unfortunately my artifacts on here are just not very good. Like if I look at this Hydro Cup, the energy recharge, oof, no crit rate, no crit damage. It has attack percent. It's a bit of a yikes. It's a bit of a yikes. So it is what it is. Talents are 799. But let us continue. So, is he going to blink? Yep, he's blinked. Oh, he's gone zoomies. Okay, I'm just going to walk out of your zoomies. Okay, he's not even trying to hit. Oh, okay, 5 zoomies. 5 zoomies, that must mean 5 legendaries. Let's see if this silly conspiracy theory actually plays out. Right, here we go. Boom. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Child and Fischl together is an absolutely disgusting combination. You love to see it. Boom, boom, boom. And then that should be... Ah! Finito. Boom. There we go. Here we go. Can we get a prototype? Some nice Gladiatore, and I will actually take any piece. Well, actually, I don't want Shards of Foul Legacy, but because I use Child here, I have a feeling I'm going to get Shard of Foul Legacy. I don't want it, but we'll just have to wait and see. Kaboom. Hey, okay, Tusk. 2 Bards, 2 Wanderer's Troop, which is okay. 4 Legendary Drop. Boom, that's garbage. Boom, that's garbage. Okay, not a great start. Now, the question I have here, guys, is do I want to triple crown my Zhongli? Because Zhongli, I do switch him out, and I do have him built so that his normal attacks do hit quite hard as well. And the thing here is I could use this to take this to level 9, and then afterwards, this is level 9 right now because I have Child in the party, but then I will need another 2 tusks to crown him. Alternatively, I could start leveling up Albedo's E, so his E actually does hit a lot harder. I could get 2 levels into this, I do think that is the wiser investment. However, I'm at a point in the game where I'm not struggling with any piece of content in the game at all. So, is there really a need for me to start leveling up these talent abilities, considering how expensive it is? 450,000 Mora. Not pretty. Not pretty, to say the least. Right, let's switch on over to Ganyu over here. We're going to have some very interactive gameplay, as always. You know what? Let's not use Ganyu. Let's just go about the old school way of waiting to knock down Dvalin and then breaking him apart on top of his back with his little camel hump that he's got coming out of his neck. Because every week I just do this with Ganyu, and it's it's just very straightforward and a little bit brain dead. A bit of a unga bunga, if you will. But let's just do this Tartaglia official combo as well. We even have the elevator boy to make it a little bit easier to get towards the neck, because obviously climbing up the neck is a pain in the butt. We also do actually have Childe here that can start off with a couple of hits, which I missed the first one. It literally loops over his head. Excellent start. Excellent start. Oh, absolutely excellent. Okay. Oh, I got hit. Oh, fantastic start. That's exactly what I wanted. Boom. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Let's break you up. Okay. I'm going to climb this anyway. Climbing is going to be faster. Boom. 100k. Official, yes. Childe, boom, boom, boom. We've got the electro-charged machine gun playstyle here. Absolutely beautiful. Can we get some plumes? Plumes are for Bennett, for Diluc, and also for Jean. I want to start leveling up my Bennett's ultimate. So plumes, hit me up, kaboom! Okay. That's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. But Dvalin's Core, Dvalin's Sai. One purple chunk. Not good. That one is not very good. That's a little bit unfortunate, but you know what? We win some, we lose some. And the next one is going to be Ring of Boreas that I'm looking for, or Tail of Boreas. Ring of Boreas or Tail of Boreas, either one is okay. We're going to go to Andreas, the Terminator of Wolves, no longer the Dominator. My wife has dubbed it the Terminator of Wolves, so we're going to go to Andreas, Terminator of Wolves, and we are going to terminate that wolf booty. Let's get in there. Tartaglia and Fischl again is what we're going to be rocking up today, because I do want EXP on my Fischl. Fischl at the moment is only level 80 out of... Wait. Have I not ascended her? That's awkward. I want to level up Albedo. That's what I want to do. I want to level up Albedo. Yes. Childe is 90. Fischl's 80 out of it. Yes. Albedo. I want to give him EXP, and I want Fischl's friendship EXP. That's what I want. Yeah. Yes. That's it. Yes. Uh-oh. Oh, Albedo with the 12k there. I've switched to Harbinger of Dawn on Albedo, by the way, from Festering Desire, because now my Zhongli shield is so ridiculously OP. He has like a 25,000 shield, something like that, with shield bonus. Albedo, I'm very confident that I'm not going to drop under 90% HP, because with Harbinger of Dawn, obviously, if you drop under 90% HP, then you lose 28% crit rate, and it's just a feels bad, man. So I think I'm okay now with Harbinger of Dawn. And yes, I did level 90. It's a very, very good weapon for Albedo, because Albedo does not need good base attack. Albedo does not need the attack stat. And you want to build defense on Albedo. So let's open up this. It should take me to level 50. Done and dusted. Battle Pass. Level 50. It's all done. What do I want? Philosophies of Gold, Prosperity, or Diluc? I'm going to go with Gold, because that's eventually going to be for Zhongli. We've got some Primo Gems there as well. If you're wondering how I finished the Battle Pass already, it's because I'm just very, very sweaty. So that's the way to go about doing the Battle Pass. I max out every single week with the Battle Pass, and of course I bought the Battle Pass as well. Let's begin. Andreas, Terminator of Wolves, Toravera, ready to test your skills. Okay, let's go. One day, I'm gonna have to level up Sucrose to do this, but one day I do just want to try one-shotting Andreas with potions and all that good stuff. Okay, I didn't get my E down here. The annoying thing with Andreas is that supposedly he does enough damage to one-shot all my Geo Constructs, which I don't think is okay. He's just going to jump on my pillar there. Right, okay, Andreas. Very cool, Andreas on E-chan. Very cool. Very cool of you. You know what? We're just going to bum you down. Bum you down? Sorry, we're just going to ram you down. We're just going to hit you down. And... oh, nice. Look at that shot. Look at the small PP damage that I'm getting in here. Come on, surely one of these has to hit. Okay. We can switch to Oz and prepare. Oh, that's not Oz. That's Albedo. Okay, Albedo with Andreas. Boom. He's gonna one-shot that, isn't he? I feel like he's just gonna one-shot it. Boom. Big ultimate. No! 20k. Hardly any damage done there. Boom, 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 boom. And it's finito. We're gonna get ourselves the plume. Kaboom, kabash. Plume. That's not what I'm looking for. We're gonna get ourselves the Ring of Boreas. That's unfortunate. We got Tail of Boreas and Spirit Locker of Boreas. Right. Well, it's looking like a bit of a stinker today. However, we are not completely out of content because we do have this challenge to do today, Contending Tides. I've heard from some people that this one is slightly more difficult. Everyone else found the other ones very easy. I also found the other ones very, very easy. But let's take a look. What is the bonus going to be here? Mighty ancient warriors shall do battle with the rising star known as the Traveler. Normal and charge attacks that hit frozen opponents release powerful shockwaves. Ooh, is that what they call the Clash of the Titans? So this one is going to be Ruin Guards. And we are going to switch up to Tartaglia and also Ganyu here. So this should be good. It's raining as well, which I'm not sure is intended, but oh, it stopped raining. You hate to see it. We're going to do this and we're going to go into the beautiful lifetime of he's just dancing in the rain. He's literally dancing in the freezing rain and you love to see it. Perma freeze like this. It's absolutely gorgeous. Tartaglia and Ganyu, fantastic combination as well. Obviously the downside of this is when I exit my E, I'm going to literally have no cooldown. So if I exit that 25-second cooldown, well, not no cooldown, but overkill cooldown, boom, that's okay as well. We've got this as well, back again. You love to see it. We can switch to Childe, who hasn't got his ultimate. You hate to see it. Tartaglia, how you gonna do this to me? How you gonna do this to me, Childe? Boom, boom, boom. We can just finish off with Ganyu here. Boom. This is really slow, god dang. Oh, is this the last opponent? Okay, let's finish off with Zhongli. Bye-bye. And that's that. Never mind, it wasn't as hard as I thought. I like this challenge, guys. It's not a challenge. I like this Contending Tides event. I just wish it was really, really hard. I wish it was way harder than that. Or rather, you could select the difficulty. So, the perks of doing that would be you can choose... Oh, I missed the lightning. You can choose your difficulty. So on even on easy mode, everyone can get the exact same rewards. It's just that if you choose to do it on easy mode, it will take you maybe twice as long to get all the rewards. And if you choose hard mode, it will take you, you know, it will be like faster to get all the rewards. Kind of like the hypostasis event, if you remember that. I really missed that event. That event was fun. It was challenging. It gave me a reason to just be on the game a little bit longer, think more about my builds. But right now, I just go unga bunga into this event and I just do it the first time round on the hardest difficulty and it's not really challenging at all. I really wish they bring back the adjustable difficulty in the game because right now if I do the hardest difficulty I get the rewards for everything, and of course the rewards here are really nice. 60 primos, 60k Mora each time I think is really nice. I'm lacking on Mora. I know I have like 4 million, but for me I'm at the point now where I'm thinking of crowning characters. Crowning a single talent is 700,000 Mora. Taking a new weapon up to 90 is like an insane amount of Mora as well. So just like that, all my Mora can disappear and my battle pass has dried up now, so my income of Mora is very low, unfortunately. But yes, those are my thoughts. Childe, is the Childe banner worth it? That's something I cannot answer for you. That's something you're going to have to answer for yourself. Do you want Childe? Do you want to play with this playstyle? Are you okay with managing your E cooldown? As you can see, the elemental cooldown is a massive drawback of Childe. He should be a character that you can play as a main DPS, but he is not someone you can play as a main DPS unless you get him to Constellation 6. And obviously, Constellation 6 is going to cost you over $1,000. And for $1,000, you can literally get maybe 5, 6 other Constellation 0 5-star characters, which I think is infinitely better than having one Constellation 6 child. But you know what? It is what it is. If he's your favorite character, if you stan him, I stan him. He's one of my favorite characters, but I am going to have to resist on Constellation 6. I want to be sensible with my money. You can go for whatever you want to do. But advice to F2P players, is Childe worth it if you're F2P? He is a Hydro DPS. He's not a Hydro main DPS, unfortunately, but there aren't many good Hydro DPS characters other than Mona in the game right now. Mona can be a little bit clunky to play with. Childe as well, if you are not good at managing your elemental skill cooldown, is also going to be clunky to play with, but we don't really have any other options for Hydro DPS right now, so I do think he's a character worth having. Do I think he's going to be more valuable than Zhongli? Absolutely not. Zhongli is a character that's currently unrivaled. He's the only character in the game that can go into any party. Even, for example, you can make the argument like Bennett can go into any party, but like for a really pedantic example, Bennett against Pyro Slimes is not useful. But Zhongli versus Geo Slimes is actually useful because of the way Geo works, is he can break Geo shields, right? So Zhongli can go into any party, level 1, level 90, doesn't matter. If you put that shield on, it's just going to flat out increase your damage. The higher level he is, the more he's going to contribute with that shield as well. So Zhongli right now is future proof. He cannot be power crept or easily replaced by another character that fulfills his role, because he's a shield character. He essentially acts as someone that replaces your healer. He's a damage buffer, and he also outputs ridiculous damage at the same time. He basically does everything, therefore he can't be replaced. Whereas Childe can just be replaced by another DPS character. It doesn't have to be a Hydro DPS, he can just be replaced by another DPS character, because at the moment in the game, you don't really need mega elemental reactions. With the DPS characters, we have Ganyu, Hu Tao, Xiao. They don't need any reactions, and the damage they output already is stupid, so that's the kind of place we're in at the moment. But if you want to have fun, guys, I do recommend Childe. He is one of the most fun characters to play with, especially if you have Ganyu, if you have Fischl. Very, very fun characters to play around with. Albedo as well works very nicely with him. And of course, Zhongli is a super support for anyone, not just Childe as well. So there you have it, guys. I hope that was a helpful video. I hope that was an enjoyable video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Genshin Monday has come to an end. Bye-bye.